What's up, mother? Money Moicano here, and today I'm going to talk about Paulo Borrachinha, aka Paulo Costa, and Ikram. Stay tuned. What's up, mother? Money Moicano here, and I want your opinion. I want your opinion on that because Paulo Costa, number 6 in the middleweight division, only lost to Adesanya and Vettori. UFC is giving him his next fight. Picture this: number 6 in the world, Paulo Costa is fighting Ikram Aliskerov, World Combat Sport Champion, a beast, brother. He just knocked out few waves. He just finished a guy in the Contender Series, only one fight in UFC, and UFC is feeding him Paulo Costa. And I want to answer that question. Why? Why is that? And who is going to win? So, if you guys remember, I don't know if you guys remember, but Paulo Costa, he had a little dispute with UFC about salary and stuff, and you can read there is a lot of news about that and about who is his manager right now, and I think it's Tamara, his girlfriend or wife, I don't know. But the thing is, it's very suspicious. It's very strange. After he's got his new contract, after he denied to fight Robert Whittaker on Australia last year. Do you guys remember that? And UFC just come up and made him fight this beast that is not ranked, and his only loss is to Kazimierz Chimaev. So this is going to be a very interesting fight to see because Paulo Costa is more of a striker, and this guy very well rounded. He can knock you out and he can finish you because his grappling is insane. And I know him. He trains at ATT. I saw him train with Bochecha, Shoeface, all the jiu-jitsu guys, and the guy's pretty good. But guess what? According to Paulo Costa and his manager, they said UFC offered him 500,000 plus 150,000 as win bonus, and they refused that. So make me wonder how much money Paulo Costa is getting. People say he's on the house of $1 million per fight. Do you believe in that? If you do believe in that, say, leave on the comments and say how much money do you think they are paying Paulo Costa. I don't know. I don't have a clue, but he's saying he is the Brazilian fighter that make most money. Do you think that's real? Because we have Alex Pereira, he was a former champion. How much money he made on his title and on his title defense? And what about Charles Oliveira, former champion right now, making a lot of money? I don't know. I saw on the internet people saying Paulo Costa is getting this money because right now he's running his Twitter account, like he's speaking English, people are recognizing him, but how much that translate in views to the pay-per-views and to the fights? I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm asking you guys. But I think UFC is trying to penalize him, trying to make him lose, because if they pay $1 million to this guy, you have to worth it, brother. So they're going to throw you at this Russian mother that will try to take you down, that will try to outstrike you. Man, if I am number 6 in the world, how can UFC make you fight a guy unranked, dangerous guy, a beast Russian? How UFC make you to do that? Probably 2 options. Or they say you take the fight, or we're gonna fight you, or they give you a lot of money. Maybe both options. Who do you think they did with Borrachinha? Gonna give him a lot of money, or they are threatening him to sue him, to kick him out of UFC? I want you guys, your thoughts, and I'm going to do a full depth on this UFC 291 card. I have a lot of picks. Stay tuned, okay? But for this fight, one thing that I can say is that's a very hard fight for Paulo Costa. Very, very hard fight for Paulo Costa, especially on the grappling department. So I will give my odds, I will give my picks, I will give my prediction on the fight. But on this video, I just want to say that I believe UFC is trying to make Paulo Costa lose. Either way, it's because of money or is because of the problems that he's been bringing to the company? Because, do you guys remember the whole Robert Whittaker situation on Australia? He said he agreed the fight. After he get back, he said he didn't agree the fight, and you guys know it. UFC is a business. They don't like that. So either one of those, they give him a lot of money, but I don't believe he's making 1 million for fight, brother. This is, I don't believe that at all. But it's not up to me. I want to know your opinion on that. But one thing is for sure, that's not an easy fight to make. That's not an easy fight to make the fighter agree, you know? And that's going to be a hard-ass fight for Paulo Costa. And let me tell you something. I think UFC is trying to build up this guy to fight Chimaev too, you know? Because if he beats Paulo Costa, most likely he will, you know, I will give my prediction for the fight. Most likely he's going to be on the top 5 with one fight in UFC. You know how crazy is that? Not even Alex Pereira was like that. He had fight people before, you know, he fight unranked fighters, but this guy, only one fight, one knockout, they throw him to the top 5 and he beats Paulo Costa. He's a top 5 in the world with 2 fights in UFC. And guess what? They're going to try to make him against Chimaev. You can ask me, why are you talking that? According to reports, Paulo Costa, he wanted to fight Chimaev, you know, one of the biggest names in UFC. He wanted to fight Sean Strickland, and that fight made a lot of sense. But guess what? None of those fights were made. What fight were made was Paulo Costa against Ikram. One of those, guys. One of those. Money or punishment. You guys tell me. And guess what? I was checking the odds of this fight, and guess what? Borrachinha, Paulo Costa, he's the underdog in that fight. So imagine you're number 6 in the world, fighting a relative unknown guy. He's most likely an unknown guy. The MMA fans don't know him. Only the hardcores that follow promotions like Brave and like Middle East promotions, you know, or Russian promotions. Most likely the average American MMA fan don't know this guy a lot, and still he's the favorite against the 6th number ranked fighter in the middleweight division in the whole world. So something is wrong. You know, the math is not right, you know. And how much money they going to pay Paulo Costa to fight an unranked guy? Imagine they are paying, like he's saying, $1 million to fight a guy like that, unranked fighter. Doesn't make any sense. I don't know what's going on. So please tell me what you think on the comments, and let's get to a solution, brother, because that fight doesn't make any sense. Paulo Costa is an underdog against an unknown fighter, okay? This was the video, the fastest growing channel MMA in the whole world, Money Moicano channel. Stay tuned, stay true, brush your teeth, and let's go.